Humanity has been fascinated and afraid of death throughout history. Every culture, religion, and philosophy has grappled with what happens after death. While traditional science sees death as the end of biological life, quantum theory, or quantum mechanics, presents a different perspective. Quantum theory, or quantum mechanics, deals with the behavior of particles at the most minor scales, such as atoms and subatomic particles. Unlike classical physics, quantum mechanics operates in probabilities and uncertainties. Particles can exist in multiple states at once, known as superposition. They can be entangled, meaning a change in one particle can instantly affect another, regardless of their distance. Quantum immortality suggests that when you die in one universe, your consciousness gets transferred to a parallel universe where you survive, implying that consciousness never experiences death. One famous experiment highlighting the oddities of quantum mechanics is the double-slit experiment. When unobserved, particles like electrons create an interference pattern on a screen, suggesting they pass through both slits simultaneously as waves. But when observed, they behave like particles passing through one slit or the other. This experiment raises the mystery of the observer's role in shaping reality. Quantum immortality originated as a thought experiment in the late 1980s and was later more fully developed by the physicist and cosmologist Max Tegmark. He proposes that we may experience multiple deaths in our lifetime. Each time we die, our consciousness transitions to a very similar timeline in which we remain alive, essentially enabling us to experience death while persisting in the following timeline. The many worlds interpretation, MWI, is an intriguing idea in quantum mechanics proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in 1957. According to MWI, when a quantum event occurs with multiple possible outcomes, the universe splits into several parallel universes equal to the number of potential outcomes, each realized in a separate universe. For example, if you flip a coin, the universe splits into two, one where the coin lands heads and one where it lands tails. In human life and death, it suggests that every time a decision is made or a life or death situation arises, the universe splits. In some universes, you survive. In others, you do not. This implies that you continue to live in at least one of the countless parallel universes, regardless of fatal situations in others. Although each consciousness in each universe is unaware of the others, the continuity of consciousness in at least one universe suggests that, in a sense, you never indeed die. In 1997, the renowned MIT physicist Max Tegmark published a groundbreaking paper proposing an experiment to test the validity of the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. In the paper, Tegmark suggested that if quantum immortality is true, it should be possible to survive a fatal accident. Furthermore, he proposed that traveling through the multiverse could find a universe where one survives the accident and continues living. Despite the controversy surrounding it over time, the test remains a captivating exercise. Quantum immortality takes the many worlds interpretation to an extreme. It's a thought experiment in which a person is subjected to a potentially fatal situation, such as Schrödinger's cat thought experiment, in which a cat in a box can be simultaneously alive and dead, depending on an unobserved event. Quantum immortality suggests that in the universes where the individual dies, their consciousness ceases, while in the universe where they survive, their consciousness continues uninterrupted. From the individual's perspective, they always find themselves in the universe where they survive. experiencing a form of immortality. What is the nature of consciousness in the quantum realm? Some theorists suggest that consciousness may be a quantum phenomenon, potentially governed by the same principles governing particles. If consciousness is tied to quantum processes, it may not be bound by the same limitations as our physical bodies. The death of the body might not equate to the death of consciousness, which could continue to exist in parallel universes, or even in a different form entirely. The idea that quantum theory might suggest a form of immortality is captivating, but it remains highly speculative and controversial. Mainstream scientists generally approach the intersection of quantum mechanics and consciousness cautiously, recognizing that the field is rife with philosophical pitfalls and untested hypotheses. Critics argue that while quantum theory challenges our understanding of reality, it is a significant leap to conclude that it offers proof of life after death. Everything that happens in one universe can affect the others, including death. Therefore, if quantum immortality is true, when we die in one timeline, we move on to the next and continue living instead of dying. Furthermore, the many worlds interpretation is just one of several interpretations of quantum mechanics, and it is only sometimes accepted. Other interpretations, such as the Copenhagen interpretation, suggest that quantum events do not result in parallel universes, but collapse into a single outcome when observed. This implies that once an event occurs, such as death, it is final, with no alternate universes where a different outcome exists. Despite the ongoing scientific debates, the possibility that quantum mechanics might imply some form of immortality has significant philosophical implications. It challenges our traditional understanding of life and death by suggesting that their boundary might be more fluid than we think. If consciousness can continue beyond the death of the body, it raises questions about the nature of the self, the soul, and the meaning of existence. Furthermore, the concept that we might exist in parallel universes encourages us to reconsider our approach to life. If every decision creates a new universe, the significance of our choices is magnified. This might lead us to act with more courage and purpose, knowing that somewhere in some universe, we will experience the consequences of our actions. Although the idea that quantum theory proves that humans never die is far from established science, it provides an intriguing insight into the mysteries of physics, consciousness, and philosophy. Quantum mechanics challenges our conventional understanding of reality and opens the door to possibilities that seem more like science fiction than science fact. Whether or not these ideas will one day be proven remains to be seen. For now, they remind us of the profound and often unsettling truths the universe may hold, truths that we are only beginning to comprehend. Subscribe for more life-changing videos. Thank you.